Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be looking into a current affair topic presented to you by faculty Sushma KP. Now, if you are someone who is interested in the local news, national news, international news, do subscribe to Legacy IAS Academy channel for which we provide deep insights into each of these topics. Now, let's get back to the video. What is the topic that we will be looking into today? It is about your White House Correspondents Dinner 2026 shooting incident. Now, this incident, I will first tell it to you in a story format so you'll get the understanding of the background. So, what happened was a White House Correspondents Dinner was held in your Hilton hotels. This was attended by both your floaters and POTUS. First Lady of the United States and President of the United States along with a huge guest list. While the event was happening, the guests heard something that sounded like multiple shots of gunshot firing. Now, as soon as this was done, your US Secret Service immediately made sure that your president, first lady and your vice president, all of the important VIPs who were there were secured. And immediately the guests were evacuated and they tightened the security around the place. The venue became an active crime scene. So your US Secret Service alongside your federal agencies and your local police are now investigating the matter. Now, were anyone harmed in this? According to US President, he himself posted in Truth Social that both he as well as your Vice President JD Vance are safe. In this incident, were anyone else hurt? Yes, a shot was fired at a security personnel, but he was saved because of the vest. Now, who was the person who carried out this? If you see, again, while talking to the press briefing, US President Donald Trump has held that this was a lone wolf attack. And if asked whether he was the target, he said he guesses, that is, he thinks that he was the target. And also, footage and photos have been released of an individual being arrested in the crime scene. They are yet to assess how many more people were involved in these things. Understanding? So, this is the background. So, this video brings us into one important topic is how the protocols which are traditionally there will be sufficient to, or are they even sufficient to handle your VIP packed or your events which will be targeted by your lone wolf attack. If you see in the recent year, a lot of lone wolf attack has increased. Understanding? That is what we will be deciphering. So, where was this event happening? White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington Hilton Hotel in Washington DC. The key person there was your US President Donald Trump. The event was on April 25, 2026. So, there is a suspected shooting or a security breach that happened there. So, how did it happen? First and foremost, they heard loud or multiple rounds of gunshot firings. They caused a panic among attendees. So immediately the president and first lady were evacuated. The venue was completely sealed off and the guests were evacuated and the shooter on site was apprehended. So what was the security response to this particular event? First and foremost, the lead agency which was looking into this matter is your US Secret Service, who were helping, that is, as soon as they heard the shot, the first protocol was to evacuate the ammunitions. Okay, then your Hilton Hotel went into full on lockdown mode and this area was declared as an active crime scene. They have not further disclosed any more information. If you see what was the nature of the threat, this was a lone wolf style attack wherein on the person it is said that multiple weapons were discovered and there was a firing in the close range for one of the officer, but the vest saved him. Now, why exactly this happened? Were anyone else more involved? This is still under investigation. If you see your usual VIP security mechanism, there is a traditional form as to this is how it will happen. As in, first level is your inner ring of secret service, then it will be by your federal agency, last will be your local police. So when I say your VIP security mechanism, it has certain levels. What is that? Advanced security liaison, threat and intelligent assessment as to before even the threat happens, what could be the threat, and also emergency evacuation drills will be there. Understanding all this is in order to make sure before these attacks or threats would come, how to be prepared for this. And lastly, in case if this does happen, how do you securely transport? These are the things that is done. So usually what technologies are used in this, if you see, first and foremost is a surveillance system. Before even the event happens, a lot of surveillance will happen with respect to CCTV cameras, motion sensors, perimeter monitoring across the area. Alongside this, we also see the usage of bulletproof infrastructure, especially for your VIP vehicles, armored vehicles. Yes, and next is your communication jamming so that signal disruptions can happen whenever, wherever it is needed. If all this is in one side, and when I said these are traditional mechanisms, despite this, how were they not able to look into this lone wolf style attacks is because here, what is a lone wolf attacker means it's an individual with no group affiliation or direct organizational link. Then why is it that the traditional system are not able to have this covered? Because it becomes hard to predict who and when and from where are they going to attack, and why are they attacking in the first place. If you see, it will be either because of ideology or any personal grievances or even instability of mind. Understanding? And in the recent years, the lone wolf attack has increased so much that your traditional conventional mechanism alone are not able to amp up your security details. So if you see from your internal security perspective, there is always a threat to high level targets such as your political leadership vulnerability, symbolic attacks on democracy. Yes, and also your urban security challenges makes it difficult with respect to high crowd areas becomes very challenging for security purpose, and also it becomes very difficult to control in those venues where people are in mass panics. And last is intelligence failure versus limitation. As in, what is the intelligence failure here means lone wolf actors or lone actors, they evade your conventional mode of your traditional way of trying to identify a threat. What you need here is behavioral intelligence and pattern analysis. What and what could be the event behind it. Okay. So what can we learn from this White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting incident is, first and foremost, highest of security events also remain vulnerable to your lone wolf style attacks. Multi-level security has to be needed for your VIP protection, and your traditional surveillance alone is not enough for your threat perception, but also behavioral analysis is needed. Now, immediately post this event, Indian Prime Minister tweeted stating that hopefully he is reassured that your President, First Lady, and your Vice President all are safe. With this, we come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.